Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. Today is our first ultrasound. I'm feeling a lot of things, a lot of emotions, a lot of nerves, a lot of excitement. My pastor actually said something the other day, or one of our pastors at church said, that excitement is a breeding ground for expectation, and expectation brings forth miracles. And I just thought that was so good, and I've been clinging to that because I'm feeling so just like, it's not even like doubt or anything like that. It's more or less just when you're in those first few weeks of pregnancy. I'm 7 weeks today, 7 weeks and 1 day or 2 days, given on which app you refer to, because I have 2 different apps that are saying 2 different things, but we'll find out today how far along I actually am. When you're in those first few weeks, you're like, okay, I know I'm feeling things. I know my body's changing. I can see my body changing, like my breasts are getting bigger, I feel bloated, like something is going on, but you haven't seen the heartbeat yet. You haven't seen the ultrasound yet, a picture of your baby yet, and so it just feels kind of like a little sus. Like, are you really real? Are you there? And so I think today will just be like a whole nother wave of reality setting in. I'm probably gonna cry, honestly. Like, I already feel like I'm on the brink of tears right now, and we haven't even had my appointment yet. I have been reading these pregnancy prayer cards from Hazel and Lane. I'm on week 7, and you can actually pull them out and carry them with you, which I think is so sweet. But it's just like kind of telling you what your body is probably going through. Like, this was like the eyes, nose, and ears will spend so much time kissing are all beginning to take form, which I think is so sweet. But it kind of talks about how you're feeling. This week it says you may begin to feel nauseous or dizzy depending on your pregnancy, which I have had both. And so even having these pregnancy cards to just pray and reflect on the scriptures and just not feel alone has been really, really helpful, because like I said, the first few weeks of pregnancy can feel isolating because you haven't told a ton of people and you're trying to hide your symptoms from other people. Like, we haven't told our parents yet. We specifically wanted to wait to tell our parents until we saw the ultrasound, and so that's what we're waiting for. So it's just been hard because they've been like, you guys have been distant, you guys are like, are you guys okay? I talk to my dad every day, but the last few weeks I've been trying to space myself a little bit from him, just because he knows me very well. He picks up on things very quickly, and I'm like, if I spend too much time around him, he's gonna know. And so that's been really hard too. I want to show you guys my little bump. I don't really have one, but I am feeling a little bloated. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's like a little bitty bump there. It's very, very minute. Like, there's literally nothing. I've really been struggling with eating enough because my nausea has been getting so bad. Yesterday I actually had an appetite for most of the day, which was so refreshing. Overall though, I've just been feeling really dizzy, really nauseous. My fatigue is still definitely there. I'm actually starting to get insomnia, which I love that for me because I'm already tired. And so when I don't have enough sleep in the night and then I have to get up in the day and try to be productive, that's been a whole thing too. Your girl has been literally not able to get off the couch most days. Like, this is a good day for me to be able to get my makeup done and even throw my hair up like this is just a success in my book. This has been my absolute favorite song during this pregnancy. I think this is officially going to be like my pregnancy song, but it's Red Rocks Worship, Good Plans. And if you have not heard it, go do yourself a favor and give it a listen.
Baby's heart rate, 144, very good. Let's hear it.
Video.
Oh, it's a video. You excited, baby?
I cried.
I love you, baby.
I love you. Just Uno. Uno.
It's okay.
I love you.
That makes you have a good day, doesn't it?
Oh, I'm gonna have the best day. And I have my breakfast.
Oh.
I made it this morning and it didn't sound good. I don't know why I got so worked up in my head. I don't know why I got so anxious. I don't know why I was so worried, because the Lord is good. He is faithful. God is so good. And who am I to think that He doesn't love this little baby, this little child of ours, far more than I ever will? I actually heard the other night, I think it was during worship at our worship night last week, I so vividly heard the Lord say, I love this child more than you ever could, and I can protect this child far more than you ever can. And I don't know why, but just hearing that gave me such peace. Like, this child belongs to the Lord before it belongs to me, before it belongs to Jordan, before it belongs to us as parents, as a couple. And that just gives me so much peace. There have been so many little God winks. Like, even the other day I was out in the front yard and it started raining and I was just so excited. I started dancing in the rain and I turned around and looked up and there was a massive rainbow over our entire neighborhood, and I just started crying because it felt like the Lord was speaking to me. The Lord speaks to me through rainbows in the sky every time I've been worried or fretted about our ability to become parents, when we're going to become parents. And I'm like, who am I to think that He isn't in all the details, that He isn't already there, that He wasn't in the room with us for the ultrasound, because He absolutely was. And so it just feels sweet and surreal, and I just feel silly now getting so worked up. And I hope this encourages anyone. Like, the anxiety and all of the worries and stuff, that's totally normal, but you have to surrender it to the Lord. You have to give it to Jesus. And that's what I did on my drive there. I just prayed and worshiped, and I asked the Lord and the Holy Spirit to just be in that room with us. And from the moment the doctor walked in, I just felt an overwhelming peace, and my heart was racing, like, felt like it was beating out of my chest for a moment, I'm not gonna lie, but I just felt a peace that was overwhelming. That was only the Lord. And so, yeah, the doctor said everything looks great. He said the heartbeat was strong. The heartbeat was at 144 beats per minute. I am right on track. He wrote down my due date here, and it's the same exact due date that we expected. So everything is looking really good, and I just feel overwhelmed. Like, I can't believe I've been staring at these. Like, I literally can't believe that this is our little peanut, that this is our little baby. We've been calling the baby our little flamingo, which sounds so silly but also cute at the same time. Honestly, I don't know where we got it from. We just like said it one day and it stuck. And we said it when we were in New York, when we didn't want everyone to know that I was feeling pregnant before we found out. And so Jordan was like, we need a code word. And I was like, flamingo. And he said, okay, our little flamingo. And it just kind of stuck ever since. So we've been calling this little baby of ours Flamingo. I don't know why. This could be like, I don't know, it could be nothing, but I really feel like it's a boy. Like, I feel that so strongly that it's a boy. I don't know why, I just do. Not me stopping and getting Chick-fil-A nuggets and a fruit cup because they sounded good. And honestly, I'm in this place right now where I've had so many food aversions and such little appetite that when something sounds good, I have to get it because that's really the only way I'm getting food in. I've definitely lost weight, and I was a little concerned about that at first. So I started like reading and just kind of seeing if that's normal. A lot of people say that it is, especially if you're vomiting, which luckily I'm not, but I just haven't been able to eat anything really at all. And I've just had zero appetite. So I talked to my doctor this morning. He said that's totally fine, just to let him know if any vomiting starts or it continues or it gets really bad, because I think it's called hyperemesis, if I'm saying that correctly. And it's where women can't stop vomiting, and they, to the point where they get so dehydrated during pregnancy. So I'm so grateful that that's not the case, but it has been really hard to really stomach much of anything. Nothing sounds good. And then when it does, I'll usually start eating it. And the second I start eating it, I'm like, boop, and I stop. So it has been challenging, but I got grilled nuggets and a fruit cup.